Hey there guys, I hope you guys are having a great day today, and today I want to talk about Mafex and why I want to move away from them, or to say that I want to buy less from them. Essentially, for those of you that are new to this channel, basically the vast majority of the figures that I reviewed, these are figures that I actually wanted to add to my collection. These are figures that I actually wanted. Sure, every once in a while I might buy something specifically to review it. For example, the last time I did this, I think it was with the Dragon Ball Super Broly. That was like I definitely just wanted that figure to review it, but the vast majority of stuff that I've made videos on, these are the figures that I actually wanted. And when it comes to Mafex, I've been wanting them less and less as time goes on. And as you can see, here's all the Mafex DC figures that I currently own, and in total I got about 11 figures. And as most of you are aware, most of these figures are over like the $90 range. And unfortunately, when it comes to Mafex, their prices just keep going up and up. And just let me show you real quick what I got right here. So as you can see, here on the left we got a Hush Superman and Hush Batman. We also got the blue version of the Dark Knight Batman. Over here we got the Night Crusader, the blue version, and the Night Crusader black version, and of course the Batman Hush Nightwing. In the middle right here I got all the female characters. When it comes to their newest releases from Mafex, like their new Superman and Wonder Woman figure, those figures are going for $120 something dollars. And if you ask me, they're extremely overpriced. And honestly, it's because of that I just don't feel like buying more figures from Mafex. And especially the Wonder Woman figure, if you compare that to Superman, she's getting way less, but for some reason she cost about the same amount. And even the Superman figure, for example, this Batman right here, the original black version of Batman Hush, it's basically the same thing. All they did is they just swap out the characters and they changed the base, but it's more or less the same product. You know, just one's Superman, one's Batman. But for some reason, this Batman one was like around $100, and the Superman is $20 more expensive, which is really unacceptable. And unfortunately, when it comes to Mafex, their pricing model is all over the place. For example, when it comes to these two Batman right here, the Night Crusader versions, these are basically the exact same figure, except one's blue and one's black. But for some reason, this blue one came with way more accessories, and for some reason, it was cheaper than the black version. The black version, it was missing a lot of stuff that the blue version had, but yet for some reason, it was way more expensive. Now, I don't remember how much expensive, but it was more expensive at the end of the day. And honestly, that's just one of the things that don't make sense to me from Mafex products. Moving forward, when it comes to Mafex, I think I'm just gonna do what I've been doing with Amazing Yamaguchi, where I basically only buy the female characters. I always end up skipping the male ones, and it looks like for Mafex, I'm gonna start doing the same thing. Especially now, because now we got alternatives when it comes to DC figures. As you know, Mattel now has the rights, and right now at the moment, they just started releasing their basic figures. Now, I have not bought any of them because honestly, I had no intention of getting them, but I was pleasantly surprised to see how many people were praising those figures. They do look pretty good, especially for the price, and honestly, I have actually considered getting them because they actually do look pretty good, and I'm actually kind of happy that how good those figures came out. Because if their basic figures are that good, then imagine what their collector figures that are coming out next year in 2027 are gonna be like. And it's not just Mattel, you also gotta think about the third party market. And yes, I am aware that there's some people out there who don't want to buy third party figures, but for me personally, I really don't care if something's official or unofficial. All I care about is whether or not it's a good product. And honestly, when it comes to a lot of these third party figures like from Mess Toys or AC Toys, they are just pretty good. And they have gotten to a point where they're now KOs, you know, knockoffs of third party figures. Mess Toys has definitely gotten a lot of bootlegs out there, so this is why, you know, if you're ever planning on buying those figures, it's best to look at a YouTuber who is really well respected. They'll usually give you links to trusted stores on AliExpress, so that way if you want to get the good third-party figures, you know where to go. I myself always recommend you get them from the official places, you know, like GYC store. That's the official place for Mess Toys. But anyway, when it comes to third parties, you know, we're starting to get them for DC as well. We already got one for the Batman Hush Batman and the Hush Superman, and I imagine we're gonna get more as time goes on. And honestly, with how expensive Mafex is getting at this point, I'd rather just buy figures from Mattel or any figures from like the third party scene. Honestly, I'm actually considering selling most of the DC figures that I have from Mafex, except for these two right here. When it comes to the Night Crusader Batman, the blue version, not to mention the Dark Knight Batman, the blue version as well, I definitely want to keep those two around. However, when it comes to Superman, I definitely want to sell him at this point. The same thing goes for these guys over here. When it comes to the black version of Batman Hush and the black version of the Night Crusader, not to mention Nightwing, those definitely I want to sell at this point. And yes, I know that the Mattel stuff isn't coming until 2027. But honestly, with how good the basic figures have been, I pretty much have high hopes that those figures are going to be good. And even though we have no idea what they're going to cost, based on how things are right now at retail, I'd say that they're more likely going to be around the $30 range. And if they're anywhere close as good as what Jada Toys is making, I think we're going to be pretty good. Obviously, I'm definitely going to be keeping all the female characters. Absolutely love these guys. As I stated, I still plan on getting all the female characters, so I already pre-ordered a Wonder Woman, so I'll definitely be reviewing that figure when it comes out. But moving forward for me, yeah, I'm definitely just moving away from Mafex. It's going to be mostly third parties, and not to mention Mattel. I would honestly recommend that if you're interested in collecting DC figures moving forward, you're better off just waiting until next year for 2027 for Mattel's collector line. That's definitely going to be the better choice to go overall, if you ask me. Alright guys, I just want to quickly remind you that I do have a Twitter account if you want to follow me. There is a link on my YouTube channel, but just in case, I'll also leave a link in the description. And anyway guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully we'll continue to get good DC figures from Mattel and the third party scene. As I stated earlier, I wasn't planning on getting those basic figures from DC from Mattel, but honestly, with how much people have liked them, I think I'm definitely going to start getting them. I'm going to see if I can get any of them for next week. I definitely want to make a video on them. I saw that they made a 3-pack with Bane, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. I really love Bane, and to see they made an actually good figure of him at a good price point, that's pretty amazing. Anyway guys, I'll see you guys next time. Later.